Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day you happen to be watching this. It is the Saturday the 4th of January here, and it is the day the decks are coming down. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but actually I do feel ready for them to go. I would normally take them down on the 6th of January, but I am back to work on Monday, which is the 6th, and the children are back at school, and tomorrow is Sunday, and kind of want a day to chill out and everything before we all go back to work and school. So I thought I would just do it today and get it out of the way. I thought we'd done pretty well at keeping the house clean and tidy over the Christmas period, but looking around me now, it's a bit of a tip. So it's going to need some work. I've made a list so that various people in the family can help with the jobs that need doing. First of all, we need to get all the boxes down from the attic to put all the decorations in. So then we've got to de-decorate and then clean and tidy and make the place look just a little bit more acceptable and ready for the new year, I guess. So I thought I'd bring you along with me, show you what we do. It'll be done quickly, and I'll do a bit of a voiceover over the top, and maybe it give you a bit of motivation to either get your decorations down if they're not down already, or do a bit of a new year clean and freshen up, ready for a fresh new year. So yeah, if you're new, my name's Nicola, I am a mum of 2, and I make videos about all things lifestyle, as well as work full time from home. So yeah, welcome along if you're new, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. And yeah, let's get on with the undecorating and cleaning. So we are starting off by getting all of the boxes out of the attic. All of these boxes have all the decoration that we usually keep throughout the year on our shelves and fireplace and what have you, and in the kitchen in these boxes, and then we just swap them out for the Christmas decorations. There's rather a lot up there. There's about 8 boxes worth, plus the Christmas tree box and all sorts as well. So now just starting on our main tree, just taking off the sort of padder baubles. A lot of these sort of basic ones are just plastic, so they don't need to be packed away particularly carefully. And then I've got some sort of Scandi decorations which are just material, so they can just be put in the box as extra padding. Then I wrap all of the more precious decorations in tissue and in the bags that they originally came in. I quite like that because it reminds me where they came from and when we got them. And then they're padded out with the tinsel, which I like. I like tinsel on a tree. I don't know, mate, leave a comment below, let me know. Do you like tinsel on a tree? Not too much, just a little bit to add a bit of sparkle, I think. This tree, as I mentioned in my house tour video, came from Balsam Hill. It was an investment. They're not cheap trees. However, it's something that we're hoping now will last a long time and last us, you know, for the next 20-30 years. So it's cheaper in the long run, as we don't have to spend £70-80 on a Christmas tree every year. Okay, so just taking off the lights, we just use one large string of lights. I've seen people actually wrap the lights around like an empty kitchen roll or an empty wrapping paper roll, which I think is probably a really good idea. I just wrap them around my fingers, and I do make sure when I'm putting the lights on, I just do them around the front of the tree. They just go wrapped backwards and forwards around the front, which means I don't have to go around to the back of the tree to take them off, which is always a pain. So just rolling these up now, taking them off and pack them into the same box so we know which lights go from which tree. This tree comes in a huge bag. You can see now this big bag. I couldn't take it apart myself, so Andrew came to help me, and it packs away actually relatively easily. You can just squish it down, and then when you want to put it back out again, you just push all of the leaves back out and just mould it to the shape that you want. It does come with special gloves to put it up with, but we're not bothered with those. So now to all of the other ornaments around the room. I tend to get everything off the shelves and off all the sides and put it all onto the coffee table in the middle, so that I don't miss anything. Inevitably, we always miss a few decorations, and the following few days I'm picking up things that I've forgotten to pack away. But yeah, I try to put them all in one place. I'm just taking out some of the batteries. This is really a bit of a top tip actually, is that if you've got fairy lights and things that you're going to pack away, is to make sure you take out the batteries, especially if you're keeping your decorations in the garage or in somewhere that might get a bit damp, because the batteries will rust and then you won't have your fairy lights next year. So yeah, make sure you take out all of your batteries and keep them safe, and then all your fairy lights will work again next year. So yeah, just packing everything away into the boxes. A lot of the precious ornaments I keep their original boxes just so that they can be kept safe.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.
A lot of my cushions that I have, I just buy cushion covers, and then they're easy to store. I do have a few that are proper cushions which are bought whole, and so I have to pack them away into a couple of bin liners to keep them nice, but it's really handy to have cushion inserts and then just buy covers, because then I can use them throughout the year with different covers depending on the season. But just taking off our garland, Andrew had done a really good job of cable tying this on. It took a while to get it off without scratching the wood with the scissors. So now into my office. I used an old biscuit tin to put all of the decorations from this little tree, because there were some glass ones in there, so I filled it with kitchen roll and padded it out to keep them safe. I need to change up my pictures around the house. They've all still got the Christmas printables in, so I need to find some wintry ones that aren't Christmas to put on there. So into the kitchen now. Everything just sort of goes again like I did in the lounge. Everything goes onto the table, and then once it's there I can take things out of the box to put back on the shelves and then clear away everything that's on the table. It's a long process, but I enjoy it. It's hard. That was hard work. Okay, so we have pretty much de-Christmased. The place looks bare as anything, and it's a mess. Things always get worse, don't they, before they get better. I'll show you what we've now got to put back in the loft. This is Christmas. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. So yeah, all this now has to go back up into the loft. Getting this tree up into that very small hole up there is difficult. We did it last year. With a great deal of pushing and shoving and trying to get it up, but it does go. So we'll have to do that in a minute. Andrea's busy cleaning the coffee machine, so I am just going to get to town on these bedrooms and just give them a little bit of a tidy and a hoover, give the bathrooms a little bit of a once over, and then move downstairs to the lounge, which is probably the room that needs the most attention. I mean, the kitchen does. You will have seen me just sort of put a few bits on the coffee station. I need to get some more stuff. Winter time before spring, so for Easter I have loads of stuff to go on there. Winter time I struggle. I don't really have very much, and there's not a lot you can buy that is winter but not Christmas. So I need to have a little scout around, see if I can find anything, but otherwise it'll just stay as it is for the next couple of months, and then it'll be Easter, so we can make it look pastel-y and beautiful that way. So yeah, I'm just going to get to cleaning and tidying these bedrooms now. So I'm just putting lots of clothes away, Christmas presents that hadn't been opened yet, and advent calendars that needed chucking away. These this blue and black crate that you see me putting things in, that's actually where we keep our clean washing, but they're really handy for just putting things in and then taking them up and down the stairs, because we live in a 3-storey house. It's a nightmare going up and down, so the more we could take at once then the better. So I put it all into a crate and then take it down, which is really handy. So just putting things away into the wardrobes, tidying the sides, and now into the ensuite, giving everything a bit of a wipe down. I did clean them not that long ago, a couple of days ago, so the bathrooms didn't really need a massive clean, but just a little bit of a freshen up, along with everything else in the house. Reading old messages on my phone every time I see you. Tell me, is this part of an act just to keep your image intact? If you think that strategy's smart, I'm not gonna defend my beating heart. I always use this Pledge multi-surface spray on the mirror and on the taps. It's really good actually and leaves everything really sparkling and shiny. Just giving a quick hoover and then mopping the floor. I use this spray mop with some Zaflora. I use them in winter morning scent because, hey, I need it to smell a bit like Christmas even though it's not Christmas anymore. Just giving the bedroom a bit of a hoover now, giving it all the sides a dust. And then pretty much done in the main bedroom. So now moving into the main bathroom. This is the children's bathroom really. I've just bought all these new towels actually. I got them from Tesco and they are lovely. They're so soft. We've had our towels for such a long time, so I thought it was about time we had some new ones. So we got some in the sale, they were half price. So just giving the toilets a once over. I use a flash wipe just for toilets. I don't use wipes for anything else. And then giving the bath a bit of a clean. This bathroom always gets more dirty because hey, it's a kid's bathroom. How they get toothpaste all over the floor and all over the sink and everywhere, I will never know. Now the mammoth task of getting all of these boxes up into the attic. Some of them were so heavy. We don't have a loft ladder, so we use the ladder from Phoebe's cabin bed to get up into the attic, which is not easy. Andrew is only quite small compared to me anyway. He's a couple of inches shorter than me, so he can get up there, but getting down isn't quite so easy, as you will see in a moment. We got all of the boxes up there, and then Archie had to come and help me with the big tree because it is so big and so heavy. But I managed everything else, so that was good. So now just to give the disaster that is Archie's bedroom a quick once over. I don't really clean and tidy up here very much. It is his domain and his responsibility really, but he's busy working, so I just made his bed and gave it a quick hoover. And then into Phoebe's room, which you may have seen. I did a little Phoebe's room tour. It's the only room we've actually properly decorated and finished. Archie's is next. But yeah, just giving this a once over, and now into the lounge. So as you can see, it's looking a bit bare. We've got some birthday cards on the mantelpiece because it was Andrew's birthday on the 3rd. So we've got those up at least, but everything else looking a little bare. We have to move the furniture around when we have the Christmas tree in, just to make a little bit more space for it. So I'm just moving everything back where it's supposed to be. It's quite a long lounge, so we break it up by putting the armchair that you just saw behind the sofa, making a little sort of reading area so that these two sofas could be a bit closer together, because otherwise if you're sat on the one I'm sat on there, you're miles away from the TV. So we make it a little bit more cosy by moving that one forward, which you will see us do in a moment. moving on to our first floor landing. We're quite lucky in this house. Being a modern house, it's usual not to have that much storage, but we do have a lot of storage cupboards, so we are very lucky. And as you can see, well, they're a bit of a mess, but at least they're storage and things can get put away behind a door. Just loading things into my crate again to go downstairs to save having to go up and down a million times. And then giving everywhere a little bit of a hoover and move into our spare room. So this is on our first floor, our fourth bedroom, and we have this day bed in here because it doesn't get used an awful lot, and it's quite handy to have it there as a sort of little seating area, and then it's obviously a bed if you need it. Andrew actually bought this for me as a present a couple of years ago for Christmas, which I didn't know about. I'd had my presents on Christmas Day and I'd gone to my sister's on Boxing Day. I came home the following day to find that he'd spent Boxing Day in the house building this bed as a surprise for me, so that was really nice. It's actually come in really handy and a really useful area. I do film a lot of my videos in here, which is really useful.
No need to overanalyze it. We grew apart more every day. When times get rough, I try to tell you.
And we've made it downstairs. This is the hallway, just giving everywhere a bit of a tidy, moving everything out of the area and give it a good hoover and then a mop.
Oh, you try to grab it and it's gone. Won't you sing to me? There ain't no other way but to sing to me.
And finally into the kitchen, which obviously becomes a dumping ground. Everything gets brought down from upstairs and then just sort of dumped on the table. So I start off by clearing everything from the table, putting everything where it's supposed to be and getting rid of all the clutter basically.
Won't you sing to me? There ain't no other way but to sing to me. As simple as I say. Won't you sing?
Just giving the table a wipe down with this, it's not Method Spray, but it's the Aldi version, which is a lot cheaper and pretty much exactly the same stuff. And then I have to dry it and then putting on this protection cover. I've also lit a nice wintry candle because, as I said before, it's nice to have everywhere smelling like Christmas even though it doesn't look like Christmas. Just giving everywhere a bit of a hoover and a tidy, and then doing the washing up and getting all the clutter off the sides. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I think we've done a pretty good job as a bit of a team. Archie has not been helping very much, but he has been revising, sort of, for his mocks, which start on Monday. Phoebe has helped by clearing her bedroom with the decorations that were in there. And yeah, everything looks, you can see behind me, de-Christmased, clean and fresh. I'll give you a little look at the table. So I put on a new tablecloth. This is actually, I showed it in my grocery haul I did a little while ago, and I got it from Aldi, and it's supposed to be a Christmas one, but it's just got stars and things on it, and I like to keep, I was going to use it over Christmas, and then I used actually this one that's hanging on the back here, the Ellen DeGeneres one that I got in Home Sense, the table runner. I'm just drying it there because I don't want to put it in the tumble dryer. So I didn't use it over Christmas, and actually I thought I'd put it on now. I prefer to have this on the majority of the time just to protect the table, because it gets ruined if it doesn't have something protecting it all the time. So I just put that on. Coffee station is looking a little bit bare, but it looks fine. It's sort of green and fresh, ready for the new year. Dog Bungo is just about to go for a walk. I think that's what we're going to do now. He's going to take the dog to the skate park, so Phoebe goes and burns off some energy and has a bit of a skate, and I'm going to take the dog. I'll quickly give you a look in the playroom because I didn't show that. Andrew cleared the playroom for me, and that now looks like this. There's Phoebe. So it's a bit of a mess because, well, it's playroom after all, so Phoebe's playing with her LOLs and her Barbies and things, but the tree was there and is now gone, and yeah, that's just how it looks. Hallway like this. Oh, Archie's hiding, that's my office. And then I've cleaned all up here. And I'll just show you the living room as it looks now. It's so bare, but it's actually quite nice to have it like this for a little while. It won't be long before all the Easter decorations are up, and it'll look a little less. So yeah, we're going to go and get some fresh air. I've just put the dinner on, so that'll be ready for when we come back. And this isn't focusing on me because it's too dark. There we go. And yeah, I will hopefully get this up. It's Saturday today. Hopefully I'm going to get this edited and uploaded, and so you can see this tomorrow. So anyone who hasn't yet taken their decorations down can have a bit of motivation to do theirs tomorrow. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe it down below if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm going to be uploading from now on a Wednesday rather than a Tuesday. So I used to do it every Tuesday at 4:30. It's going to be every Wednesday at 4:30, and then when I can, I will upload on a Sunday morning. Don't know what time. I will ideally do it early, just depends whether I manage to get a video uploaded on a Saturday and scheduled for a Sunday morning, or whether I have to do it on a Sunday morning. But when I can, I will do one on a Sunday, but I'll do a regular video every Wednesday at 4:30. So I'll see you on Wednesday, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you then. Bye.